Declan, come on.
What's that one? That's the Lightship, isn't it, Dad? Didn't ask you, bossy boots.
Hey. The sea out there, it's all dangerous sandbanks. There's no rocks to build a lighthouse. So, they use a ship instead.
How long has it been there?
A lot longer than me, anyway. Hey, Declan, stop stuffing yourself. Come on, it's time for a photograph.
Go away.
No. Just scary. Come on. Let's go.
Ah, Helen. I was going to do breakfast.
That's all right. It's all finished. You can concentrate on packing.
Gonna miss you, missus.
Well, if it wasn't for these school interviews, I'd be there like a shot.
Are you thinking of all the things I want to say to you? You won't be there to hear them.
You're to go up through Ballyshannon. You're not to drive into the north.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you forgotten anything?
I don't think so. Oh, dear. I'll give you a call when I get there.
John Oakley phoned to remind you of the meeting with the Minister of Education. And of course, you've got the interviews this week.
Right. Thank you, Anne.
Are you Helen?
Yes. Yes, I am.
My name is Paul. I'm a friend of your brother's.
Oh. You're an American?
Yes.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Are you here for the teaching job?
No, I have a job, thanks. Listen, Declan's in the hospital. He asked me to come out here and tell you.
He's in the hospital? Has he had an accident?
It wasn't an accident, but he'd like to see you. Can you come now? He's over at St. Aidan's. I can drive you.
Yes, right. I've the meeting at the Department of Education on Marlborough Street at 4.
You'll be back by 4.
You'd better tell me what's wrong.
Declan has AIDS. He wanted me to tell you first. You want me to pull over?
No. Go on. How long has he been?
2 years. He's very weak.
Is he dying then?
That'll be harder this time.
Has he been in the hospital long?
On and off. Mostly he goes to the clinic.
He told me he was busy with work.
I think he's been avoiding you.
Does Declan have a boyfriend?
No.
Must have been hard looking after him.
It's hard now. But he's a good patient.
Why didn't he tell us?
Because he couldn't face it. He's just down here.
He's in there. Paul, look, I'm sorry. I have to ask you. Are we talking about days or weeks or months? What is it? What are we?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Hey, Louise, this is Declan's sister.
You can't go in for a while. The nurse is with him.
She has to go in an hour.
I'm going to cancel that meeting anyway.
Just hold on, I'll go and check.
I have a name, you know.
I'm sorry. I should have introduced you properly.
What does Declan want to do about my mother?
He wants you to tell her.
Oh, great. We don't get on.
I know that. He wants you to go down to Wexford and tell her. You can use his cards in the parking lot. I have the keys.
Yeah, you can come in now.
Thank you. Declan?
Oh, yeah. So what do you think of her?
Your sister? She'd make a great Reverend Mother.
How do you deal with the old lady?
Do you want to see her?
We do, yeah.
When?
As soon as you can. Will you tell Granny?
That won't be a problem. I'll drive out to her.
You should meet my Granny. She's the one with manners on you. She's a real paint remover.
This is a real shock, Declan.
Ellie, I'm sorry about everything.
No. I have to keep convincing myself that this is really happening. You all seem so matter-of-fact about it, but the truth is that Declan is dying in there. I don't know how I'm going to tell my mother.
No one's being matter-of-fact. It seems to me that they don't really need to keep him in the hospital. Now, he has to have a line put in. That should be done early tomorrow morning, I'd imagine. But after that, if you and your mother wanted to ask Louise, I'm sure she would let you take him for a few days.
Right. Well, the main thing tomorrow, though, is my mother.
No, wait. The main thing is Declan, not your mother. Okay, he gets depressed in that hospital room, so it's not just a small detail, it's a priority.
Thanks for the correction. Look, I'm really grateful to you for everything.
Yeah. I'll see you.
it?
Oh, it has. It has. We'll call him. We will. We'll do it later. We will pretend I brought this stuff first. Have the bit of lunch.
Now, Helen.
Granny, I'm sorry for barging in on you like this.
That's a great surprise. It's a lovely surprise. I've got tea on and I could make you up a fry.
I have very bad news, Granny.
I know, Helen. I knew it the moment I saw you. Ah, it was the same years ago with your father's cancer, and the doctors could do nothing about it. And now here's poor Declan just starting his life.
What will I do about my mother?
Oh, you'll go to Wexford in the morning and you'll break the news to her softly. Let her sleep tonight. This is the last night's sleep she'll have for a long time. While you make up your bed. The room is hardly ever used. Your mother never stays. And she hasn't been down here recently.
Have you fallen out with her?
Ah, not really. She still thinks that she's going to get me to move to Wexford. But I told her. I said I'm not moving anywhere. I've got plenty of money now. I sold the old field that was full of ragwort. Look, I put in new radiators. I put them in all over the house. And I never consulted her. And that's all that's wrong with her. Your mother came down when the work was half done. Oh, she was raging. Hello, sweetheart. Anyway, that was at Easter. And she hasn't been here since the end of May. But she brought me down this. No, I told her I couldn't have a phone in the house, you know. So I keep this in here. I never turn it on. I never use it. Have a biscuit.
Ellie, I have to go away for a little while. To Dublin for some tests.
Tests? I'm going as well. We don't know how long we'll be away.
Who's going to look after us?
You're going to Granny's.
Granny's?
Mm-hmm.
But what about school?
All right. School. Well, you take your school books with you.
But, Ma...
Helen, your father's sick.
I thought you said he was going to Dublin for some tests.
Now, those eggs are fresh, not like the ones you get in town.
Yuck. Declan doesn't eat eggs.
I never heard anything worse. The things your mother has to put up with. She's too soft.
But he can't eat them. Granny, he'll get sick.
Would you stop with the back answers, Helen?
I'm not giving back answers. When are Mum and Dad coming back for us?
The government of this country is nothing but a show of gangsters.
They're not. Dad says it's just propaganda, that old rag.
Propaganda? Where did you learn that word?
Oh, Helen knows all the words. She's as smart as her mother. You're going to have to go to school in Blackwater.
We'll do our own lessons here. I can teach Declan until Ma comes for us. Ma! It's all right, Declan. It was only a nightmare. Shh. Shh. Ellie, I was dreaming. I'm small. I'm floating. But everything else is huge. It's okay, Declan. Ma, Dad will still be here. Could you just leave the light on, Helen? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Second floor, conference room, on your right.
Thank you. Now, if your company installs a new system, call us, please. There's some so-called experts out there who, if you told them you were having trouble with your mouse, they'd recommend you get a cat. My staff are the best there is, so don't be scared. It's dead simple. My colleague Dave here will walk you through the steps.
You've been a lovely group. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Breen. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our software targets and corrects the inadequacies of your current software.
I thought it was you when you came in, and I wondered, had you come all this way down here to learn the computer?
Oh, no. Thanks. It's impressive.
Yeah, so new.
I need to talk to you in private.
I don't have much time. Has something happened?
Well, Declan's in the hospital in Dublin. He wants to see you.
He's had an accident. Has he hurt himself?
No, it's not that. He's sick. And he'd like to see you. He's been there for a while. He didn't want to trouble us.
Trouble us? What is it you're talking about?
Maybe it would be better if you talk to the doctors about it.
What day is today?
Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll make 2 phone calls. I'll be with you right away.
Right. I'll wait outside.
I hate this road. I hate every inch of it. I never thought I'd be traveling it again on my way to a hospital.
I stayed with Granny last night.
Why didn't you come to me first?
Oh, that's right. Don't answer me now.
Harry and the boys are in Donegal.
I don't know how he puts up with you.
Look, I'd better tell you what's wrong. Declan has AIDS. You know, he's had it for a long time.
AIDS? How long have you known?
Since yesterday.
Why did he keep it from us? Why didn't he tell me himself?
He was afraid how you'd react.
So he sends you.
You know, I think he thought at a time like this we'd all forget our differences.
Well, I don't notice any difference in you.
I will bear with me. I am making an effort.
I'm afraid I'll have to be blunt, Mrs. Breen. He could hang on for a while, but he could also go very quickly. His immune system has been destroyed.
Could anything be done for him in America?
Our treatments are just as good here.
I'd like to speak to the doctor alone for a moment, please. Is he homosexual? Is that why he got AIDS?
AIDS is not just a gay disease, Mrs. Breen. But yes, he is.
Declan? Brought you a visitor.
I knew you weren't looking well the last time I saw you. But you're looking much better now.
I didn't think you'd be up so soon.
Are they treating you properly at all?
That's fine. I'm fine.
Well, we're only here to make everything nice for you, isn't that right, Helen?
Yeah.
Have you any pain?
I don't feel great today. I got local anesthetic in my chest this morning. It always leaves you feeling a little drowsy.
Well, you don't have a temperature anyway. You know, if you wanted to come down to my house, everything would be set up for you. And we could have a nurse go around if there were any problems.
I've been thinking about that, Mum. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to go to Blackwater. To Granny's.
Granny's? What would you want to go there for? The beds are uncomfortable, the sheets are ancient.
What does it matter? It's where he wants to be.
Won't you mind us barging in on top of her, do you think?
Well, if she turned on the mobile phone I gave her, we could find out. Declan, Helen told me you were worried about how I'd react. You needn't have worried at all. You and Helen are the two people I care most about. Nothing's ever going to change that.
I should have told you before, though, Mum.
Are you sure you wouldn't be better off at Ma's house?
It gives me the creeps.
What, and this place doesn't?
I don't know why, but I need these creeps.
Is that Declan you've got in the vat there?
That's the most exciting thing I ever taught anybody, and I can still remember doing it. But you've got to know about that and have the leisure to get into it. My position is that we're going to have...
Maybe we shouldn't have barged in on you like this.
No, Lily. I was worried about you all day. Would you have sandwiches? Or will you all be having a large meal when you go home?
Granny, they let me out for a few days, and I'd like to stay here. Maybe that's too much trouble for you.
Oh, no, you can stay here any time you like, Declan. And Helen can have a room next to you, and you can sleep in your old room. And you can have a room too, Lily.
Helen, you drive me to my own house. I can get my car. We'll get you fresh bedclothes and a mattress as well. We'll make you very comfortable here, Declan. Don't worry.
All right, Mum.
I don't think Granny wants us in her house at all.
Oh, that's just pretense and nonsense. She likes company, you know. How long have you known about Declan?
Since yesterday, I told you.
No, I mean, how long have you known he's had friends like...
Like what?
You know, like what?
I've always known.
Don't be so stupid, Helen.
About 10 years.
And you never told me.
I never told you anything.
I hope nothing like this ever happens to you.
You sound as though you hope it does.
Yeah, if I meant that, I'd say so.
Yeah, you would, all right. I can't get over your place. Look at it. I remember that. I remember this picture.
What?
Bit different to our old house, isn't it?
I had a decorator. You gonna stand there gawking?
I can't get over it.
Oh, will you help me with this mattress?
It would be nice to bring a lamp to put beside the bed for Declan.
Oh, Granny's house is depressing. Will you need anything else, do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, he seemed very sick as we were leaving. I can hardly bear to look at him.
Right, I'll see you there.
Hello?
Oh, dear. We've got visitors.
Shouldn't you try and eat something, Declan?
I can't, Granny. I don't like it.
You must be Declan's granny. I'm Larry.
No, I didn't think he'd come down today.
Who is it?
Oh.
Will you look at you? You look as if you haven't left that chair since you arrived. I bet the women have been spoilt rotten. Oh, it's hard to find this place. I went all over the country. No one knew any Breens. And then I realised your granny mightn't be called Breen.
No, her name is Devereaux, and you've just given her your coat.
Will you look at the cat? What's it called?
Cornelius.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Larry, she's serious.
This must be your sister. Hello.
Hello.
He only talks non-stop when he's nervous, you know.
What? Who's nervous?
Shut up, Larry, will you?
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, I'm all right, thanks. This is a great place, this.
Well, did you bring your measuring tape? I'm sure Granny would like some renovations done. Larry's an architect, Granny.
I did, as a matter of fact. Do you know, I had real trouble finding this place.
Larry, if you don't shut up, I'm going to drown that cat.
Declan.
What? I have to say something drastic to shut him up.
Okay, I'll shut up. But it was a long drive down.
Larry, stop.
Do you want to help me?
I'll sit here for a while on my own. You go for a walk.
No, we can't do that. We can't leave you here.
Ellie, I'll be fine. I just want to look at the sea. I'll make my own way back to the house. Go on, walk.
You sure?
I'll be fine. I'm not dead yet.
Do you mean it?
Go on.
Ma? Ma? This is Larry, a friend of Declan's.
Hello.
Where's Declan?
He's below on the beach.
Who is?
He's on his own.
Helen, that's irresponsible.
What are you doing?
I'm going to get him.
He said that he wanted to be alone.
Is this man Larry going to be staying here as well?
I don't know.
But are we going to be putting him in the same room as Declan?
Do you mean are they partners?
You know very well what I mean.
Oh, no, they're not. Declan doesn't have a partner.
You mean he has nobody?
He has us, and he has his friends. And that's not nobody.
Oh, but he's got nobody of his own. And that's why he came down here. I didn't understand that before. Ah, this'll be plenty. Come on.
It's weird being back, you know? Anyway, how are the boys?
Ah, the boys are grand. Don't worry about them. Sure, aren't they eating pizza?
Pizza?
Listen, love, take it easy. I know it's tough and all of that, but just cheer up a bit. You'll be grand. Oh, guess what?
What?
I love you.
I love you too. I'll call you tomorrow.
Ah, no. Here's another one of them.
How's our boy? He's grand.
You deal with them.
Meet the family. You see the house.
Granny, this is Paul.
Talk about a hard place to find.
Oh, heavens above. They'll all be on top of us now.
What do you mean, Granny?
The neighbours wanting to find out what's going on.
How's Declan?
He's lying down.
He hasn't eaten since he came.
I brought him some clean clothes and some Xanax.
What's Xanax?
Cheers him up a bit.
We could all do with some of that.
He wants a glass of milk. Don't leave him alone like that again. He wants to know, can his friends stay in the spare room?
Are there more of them coming?
Oh, there'll be a line of cars coming from Dublin.
Oh, maybe I should put up the sign saying that our guest house is open again, like the old days.
You have a lovely view here.
Oh, you can get fed up looking at the sea. If I could turn the house around, I would.
Have you ever in your life seen so many cars? 1, 2, 3, 4. She must have never missed
Quick, all of you, to Declan's room. It's nosy neighbours.
Dora! Dora! We just happened to be passing. And we saw all the cars. And we wondered, were you all right?
Oh, the cars. I'm right as rain, Essie, thanks.
You have plenty of visitors, Dora.
Ah, just down for the day. Helen and a few friends.
Your husband and the boys.
No, they're in Donegal.
Is yours the red car?
No, mine is the white car.
Not the red car.
No,
Whose is the red car?
they're friends of mine, and they're staying nearby.
Oh, Lily! We do see your advertisement in the paper every week. Oh, a big shot now. A big shot now. Will you be staying the night?
I don't know much.
It's a long time since you stayed the night here, Lily.
I might have passed up and down when you weren't looking, Essie.
Oh, Matt would have seen you.
I haven't seen you, Helen, since you worked here all them years ago. What do you think of the improvements she's made? The radiators, huh?
Well, thanks for calling. Be sure to call again sometime.
Sure we will. We drop in after Mass on Sunday. We chat then. Bye, girls. Bye, Lily. Helen.
Bye. Oh, Granny. How do you put up with them?
I went to school with them. Their father used to beat them with nettles.
Well, if that's all he did to them, they got off easy.
I'll tell the others the coast is clear.
When I saw you arriving, I said to myself, there's another.
What do you mean by that?
You know what I mean, Helen.
She means homosexuals.
Granny, you can't talk about people like that. Now, come on. It's a difficult time for us all.
It'll always be difficult for them.
I think she means homosexuals again.
I'm happy. I'm not happy being here now, but my life's happy.
I'm old and I can say what I like. Declan never told us that he was one of you. He never told us anything. But I knew something was wrong. I've known for a year now. Declan came here last summer. He must have been down on the beach. I bumped into him in the lane. Didn't expect to see me. And he'd been crying. And I knew that he was in trouble. I thought of everything. But I never thought of AIDS.
You never told anyone Declan had been here?
Who was there to tell?
I knew. He told me when he got back.
Do your families know you're gay?
My mother would have been happier if I'd been in the IRA.
Are you two partners?
With him, you must be joking.
Are you mad?
What, to be with you, to be with him?
Maybe with either of us.
Oh. Nothing shocks me anymore. When you've lived through the life that I have, there's very little that you don't know. Anyway, the television is full of it.
Talking here in the dark, it's like going to confessions.
What are y'all doing here like this?
We didn't feel the night come down, Lily.
What are you saying, Ma, when I came in?
I was saying to the boys here, it's a very difficult time. And it's very nice to have their company. That's what I was telling them, Lily.
I'm going. I gave you a mobile phone. Why don't you turn it on?
Good night, Mrs. Breen.
Would you listen to her? Even when she was a baby, she had a mind of her own. You couldn't tell her when to get up in the morning. She'd be up before you. Ah, she was a great worker, though. She had great brains. She won a university scholarship, you know. The nuns loved her. Did you know she almost became a nun? Really?
Do you want her to become a nun?
Lily, my beautiful daughter, a nun. I did not. My husband, Helen's grandfather, who was a good man, the Lord have mercy on him and is getting his reward in heaven, said that we must accept God's will. And I said, well, me not wanting her to be a nun could also be God's will.
Oh, good man, Granny.
Sometimes it's hard to accept God's will. Would you like a good fry-up or just some porridge?
I'll have a fry, thanks.
Cereal.
Why can't you just sit down and talk, man?
Declan, she's cut me out of her life.
Helen, is that you?
You must have gotten here early.
Yes, well, Declan's been sick again.
Are the lads up yet?
Yeah, they're being fed by Granny. She's in her element, you know. She thinks she's running the boarding house again.
Why don't you go down and have your breakfast before they eat it all?
No, Mrs. Devereux, knocking down a wall costs nothing and widening a door costs nothing. You could do the whole thing for $1,000.
Yes, but where would I put the kitchen?
Leave the kitchen where it is.
Oh, you know, my legs are very bad. And I'd love to put my bedroom downstairs, but my bathroom is upstairs. There's no justice.
Put the bedroom and the bathroom where the two small guest rooms are with a big wide door in between. I've checked those walls. It would take about half a day to knock them down. Be like a new house. You wouldn't know yourself.
Yeah, but where would my bed be? I don't want to be pushed up against the window.
Is it a double bed or a single bed?
Well, no, that's a very personal question.
It won't be long before you'll be all right.
I'll be fine if it's not too far away, yeah?
No, it's not far, but the car doesn't bother you.
No.
No.
All right. All right.
Do you ever get along with her? Or your grandmother?
When I was young, and I had no choice.
How long has it been?
Well, when I was in college, I had to work during the summers, helping Granny run the boarding house. This one summer, I had the chance to go and work in America, but my mother instantly became hysterical. The screaming and the shouting and the letters that followed me to Dublin. Oh, it was all sick, so I gave in and I didn't go. When I finally graduated, I made sure to get work in Dublin. But eventually the two of them showed up. They marched me up to the Shelbourne Hotel, and my granny says, "Now you've got your degree now. You'll come home." I realised that the plan was that I would skivvy around for the both of them now. So I listened for a while. Then I got up, went to the ladies' room, and I walked out of the hotel. And in answer to your question, I haven't really seen him since.
You just walked out?
Mm-hmm. I didn't even tell him when I got married. Declan did.
They weren't at your wedding?
I couldn't stand the thought of their two faces looking at me.
How long have you been married, Helen?
10 years.
Hasn't it ever occurred to you that the reason they wanted you at home was because they love you?
It's rubbish, Paul.
Have you been talking about me?
Yes, I've been telling her your middle name is Frank Lloyd Wright.
Take that pompous Noah look off your face. Seems like your mother has taken Declan away.
Keeping him away from his evil friends.
And his evil sister.
And her evil granny.
Huh.
I don't get it, Helen. You and your mother and your granny. It's got to be something else.
Him up and found that he was riddled with cancer.
Oh, God bless us and save us.
Well, how does she expect me to tell the children all this? They'll be devastated.
I want to go home. Declan, I don't think they're in Dublin at all. I think they're in England or America. Because why has she never come down to see us? Because she's visiting here in the hospital. But why hasn't she come, even once? Because we're all right here. But we're not all right. And what's going to happen when summer comes and Granny has all the summer visitors? They'll have come for us by then. Helen, they're in England. They're not. How do you know?
Very bad news, Helen. Your father has died. He died very peacefully. Grandad and I have to go and look after your mother now. And you and Declan are going into town and stay with Mrs. Byrne for a few days until after the funeral is over. And your mother can get settled back in your own house again.
Better tell Declan.
Oh, I just let him sleep.
Now, Declan, the boys will soon be home from school. You can play upstairs, maybe.
Aren't Mum and Dad back from Dublin yet?
Helen, will you take in your bags?
Granny says I'm to go home and have the place tidy for Ma when she comes.
But I'm sure some of the neighbours will do that.
Granny says I'm to go and Father Griffin will drive me and Declan's to stay here with you. So if you could just take Declan's bag, we'll see you later then.
Are you sure you'll be all right?
Perfectly sure, Father Griffin. We're very grateful to you.
Declan's probably told you I've designed a castle. And I may need your assistance building it. Get your swimsuit.
Come on, it'll be warm. I know it's warm.
Oh, it's freezing! It's still freezing! Trust!
That's the main right. That's much better.
has him trapped in her house.
Might be exactly what he wants. He talked about it a lot.
Imagine being trapped in a room with your mother. I'd sooner be taken prisoner by Genghis Khan.
Shut up, Larry. You told us your mother was nice.
Stop telling Larry to shut up.
Suppose if I was sick, it would be different.
You want to take a walk?
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll give it a miss. See you later.
Yeah.
Do you live alone, Paul?
No, I live with my partner in Brussels.
Look, I'm sorry. I should
No,
mind
no,
now.
it's okay.
How long have
A
you...
long time. His name's Adrian. He's French. He hates me being away like this, but he loves Declan and he understands. He and Declan have always gotten along. Adrian's always joking about adopting him.
Does my mother know about that?
I think Declan's too old to be adopted. That's it. Nice and easy. Watch your step. You doing okay?
Hi. You all right?
Just a bit tired.
I'll take you on up to bed.
Helen, help me with this.
Got him. Job done?
Yeah. Oh, it was a sad day, Helen. No, I took him to my house, my gardens. He was so good. Showed him my new offices. I had to leave instructions for the week. You must talk to Granny, Helen. Tell her to get in a proper telephone so we can keep in touch with her.
She won't listen. My husband says there's no getting around the women in our family.
Well, he doesn't know us.
I've told him about you.
Won't be long, okay?
Right.
We're going for a walk, Ma.
Helen! You remember the two lighthouses that used to be there?
There used to be two lighthouses there. I suppose the Irish Sea was busy and bits of it were dangerous. Guidance was needed. Do you remember that?
Yeah, there was one out on the water there that's disappeared.
The Blackwater Lightship. A lighthouse on a ship. It was taken out of commission. I don't remember when.
I suppose the technology on the boats got better and...
Maybe there's not as much shipping as there was. Still, I love that there were two. I thought it would always be there. You know, Helen, I thought your father would always be here, too. If you could just see him for a minute now. If he were just to be allowed to pass us on the strand there. And acknowledge, with the flicker of his eyes, that he knew what was happening to us.
She's not going to get in, is she? She never got in when Dad was alive.
Come on, Declan! Oh, it's coming! Oh, that's my boy going to be loved! Oh, you the bravest one
swim.
Do you want me to sleep in your room tonight?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't like bothering people in the middle of the night. It's just sometimes I wake and it's not easy, you know?
The boys wake me up all the time. It's no bother. Is Ma smothering you with attention?
Oh, she's finding it tough. She's just jealous that I didn't want to stay at her house. She said there was plenty of room for me and for me friends. She didn't mention you, though.
She is being awful to your friends. I'll get them.
Yeah, I suppose she is.
She came over all sad and wistful on the beach. She's going all soft on me. Do you remember the day that she went for the swim after Dad died?
What?
She never swam. And suddenly one day she gets into the water. What's all that about?
She had to try and move on somehow, Helen. That's all. We all have to move on. It'll never be right until you both come to terms with it all.
You call me if you need me.
You, me? Why would I need you?
So brave, Declan.
Yeah. Morphine's a great invention.
Is he all right?
He's almost asleep.
I'll go see.
It would be a mistake to disturb him.
Where are you going?
Oh, to get the paper.
Paul already got it.
Well, I had to phone Harry.
He phoned him last night.
So?
I'll come with you.
No, I'm going on my own.
Bossy boots.
Oh, it was mad of me not going with you. I don't think I can ever leave them like this again.
Come on, Helen, sure, it's only for a few days.
Well, how can you tell whether they're all right or not?
Well, of course I can tell. I'm here with them. They're on their holidays. They're having a great time.
Are they?
I know they'll see you soon.
Right. You know, when my dad was sick, they all thought it was all right to leave us down here too.
Yes, well, there's one big difference.
What?
I'm their father and I'm with them. But you're talking about them as though I don't exist. I'm looking out for them all the time. I promise you.
Right, I love you, Harry. Look, I have to go. I'll call you tomorrow.
Declan's gone blind in one eye. Helen, you tell him we must call the doctor.
What happened?
Oh, I felt over the past while I was losing the sight in it. Now it's gone. It was always going to go, but I can see fine with the other one now.
Declan, we should have a doctor take a look at it.
There's nothing a doctor can do, Helen. Look, ask Paul. He's the expert.
He's not a doctor. I mean, look at him. He's so calm. I mean, I'd be tearing my hair out.
I've already done that, Granny. And I'm not calm. I only look calm. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. I can see fine with the one eye. Does it look a bit funny, though, this one?
No, it looks normal.
Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna go sleep on it. If my nose drops off or my ears go missing, I'll let you know.
Have you taken all your pills?
Huh? You sound exactly like my mother.
Your eyes are your most precious possession. I mean, Declan has the most beautiful eyes, and his father, God rest him, had beautiful eyes too.
Declan's going to be buried with him now.
He wants to be cremated.
Oh, what put that idea in his head? He's going to be buried here like the rest of us.
When you have children, you feel for them so much. I always felt with Declan, he wasn't able for things, you know. He'd wake easily, and he was afraid of school, and get sick easily. I just felt he needed someone to watch out for him. And Helen was always leading the other kids around. You never had to worry about her.
So I noticed.
I would have loved a daughter who cared. When you came into my house the other day, you never said anything about my furniture. And you never asked to look at my wardrobe, my kitchen, nothing.
Well, it's a new daughter you need then. With all your money, why don't you buy one?
Ah, no, Helen, that's too hard.
Would love the kind of daughter who'd come and take an interest.
Your house is very nice. Certainly different to our old one.
Don't you love my garden? He was full of ideas how to improve it.
It's a pity I'm not him then, isn't it?
Ah, the poor man. We're saying a decade of the rosary fallen.
Include me out if you don't mind, Granny.
I'll see the rosary with you later.
Ah, I'll pray on my own. I don't know what's got into you two.
I wish that you had been satisfied with me at some point, even though I'm not what you wanted. I wish you'd stop wishing I was someone else.
I've always accepted you.
Accepted? That is a wonderful word for it, thanks.
Stop it, the two of you, and make up. Take these sandwiches to whoever wants them.
I just wish you'd take an interest in me and my life.
Oh, will you listen to yourself? This is not about you.
You never even asked me to your wedding. We never saw you smiling happy on that happy day, did we, Granny?
You had all of my life to see me happy. I wasn't going to have you make a big play of me in public.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know, after your dad died, I could never get you close to me. I come home. I noticed it first at the funeral. How you wouldn't meet my eyes.
How could you have left us down here for so long without once visiting us when Dad was sick?
Is that what's been eating away at you all these years?
Yes! Yes, it has been eating away at me all these years, as you put it, and it is not true to say that you couldn't get close to me. You were never on my side.
I did what I could for you!
Right.
You never gave me an inch!
That's not true.
Are you any different in your own home, Helen?
Oh, I have learned the best lesson in the world. Not to be like you!
It's all in the past, for heaven's sake.
How are you feeling?
Oh, just trying to sleep with all that racket.
I'm sorry. Here. I have been fighting with Ma.
One thing I notice about the women in this family, they all talk like they run things.
You should see them as men. Real men now. Not wimps like us. With real men around, they just shut up and make the tea.
Our mother has never shut up in her life. Granny the same.
Both women without men, aren't they?
Your granny says both mother and daughter are two of a kind.
Rubbish. I'm not like her at all.
Really?
Helen, there's no winners in this situation. You have to make it up with her.
You know the day that Dad died? You should have seen her going around. Tragic queen.
Will you let it go?
I can't let it go.
You've hardened your heart too much, Helen.
Oh, well, I had to, hadn't I?
Ah, come on now. She suffered too.
She was never there for us. Now you expect me to sit around this place being her friend.
Look, when Granny first told you Dad was dead, you never told me, did you?
Didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Well then, can't you see Ma didn't want to hurt you? It's warm in here.
got a temperature. Oh, you have, haven't you?
I know. Hot stuff, aren't I?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
He's had a bit of an accident. He's vomited and soiled his bed.
It's all right. It's nothing.
Mrs. Devereaux, could you get some fresh sheets? Helen, could you please make sure that there's some hot water in the shower? Larry, soap in a basin. And if everyone could step out. Please, we really need some privacy, really.
Could I talk to you outside?
Can we have this out later?
Just who do you think you are?
Later. I have a job to do.
The sheets are soaking. Paul is going to wash them. Isn't he very good?
Oh, he knows it all, that one.
He's been through a lot more with Declan than we have.
There's no substitute for your own family.
Declan's friends are his family.
Oh, really?
What do you mean?
Who led him astray?
I don't think he needed much leading.
When he left my house, he was a young man anyone would be proud of.
He was also gay.
He's very dehydrated.
I don't know what you think your place is here, but as far as we're concerned, you have no business here at all.
I didn't notice Declan saying he wanted you to stay in the room.
It's high time you and your friend took yourselves out of here.
Like now? Immediately?
As soon as you can.
Just because you say so.
I do live here.
No, you don't.
It's my mother's house.
Declan asked us here, okay? We've been through difficult times with him when I couldn't help noticing his family was missing.
Oh, no. We weren't missing. No one told us.
I wonder why. Think about that, Mrs. Breen, instead of getting in the way and making pointless arguments.
I wasn't in the way.
Looked like you were to me.
I'm his mother!
He needs a drink. We don't have time for this sort of hysteria.
Oh, what sort of hysteria do you have time for? Are you going to leave?
Hey! I am here as long as Declan is here, and you can take that as written in stone. I'm here because he asked me to be here, and when he asked me to be here, he used words about you which were not edifying, and which I won't repeat. But he is concerned about you, and he loves you, and wants your approval. He is also very sick. So stop feeling sorry for yourself.
What do you mean, not edifying?
He's nearly 30 years old, and he's still afraid to tell you who he is.
That was a bit rough.
Well, she can put people out of her grand house in Wexford, but she can't put them out of here.
Do you have such a thing as a screwdriver?
Oh. What'd this do?
Granny, that is a flick knife.
Don't tell me. You used to be a Hell's Angel.
Old people living alone need protection.
So what would you do if someone broke in?
Stab them. Disfigure them. That's why I have to learn to drive, so I'm not so isolated out here. Isn't that right, Larry?
Absolutely.
And he's going to teach me?
Declan says you're his best friend, and I'm not to be rude to you, so I'm doing what he ordered.
It's okay. I understand. I'm sorry, too.
Paul has phoned your doctor. Louise, is it? No, she has called a local doctor, and he can give you slow-release morphine.
Right.
We're just waiting for him to ring on Paul's mobile phone. Do you want me to take it?
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
Mm.
Dr. Kerwin.
That's me.
Come on in.
Sorry, Doctor. I'm Declan's mother. It's right this way.
Hello.
Evening.
If I went around with a haircut like that, people would laugh at me.
People laugh at you anyway.
I don't want him to see me. He won't know that it's my family. I knew his father, Breezy Kerwin. He was very nice. His mother was very nice too.
I wonder, did she cut his hair?
Oh, leave his hair alone. I'm sure he's saving up to get married. Give a good example, unlike some people I could mention.
This will control your bowels for a while. Drink lots of liquids.
It was good of you to come out so late.
That prescription is for morphine. There's a druggist in Wexford. I'll phone him to expect you when I get back.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kerwin. I'll just get my bag.
Larry and Paul not back with the medicine yet?
No.
Declan. 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 There's something I need you to hear. Helen tells me I abandoned the pair of you when Dad was sick. I wrote letters nearly every day, and Granny assured me that if I was to visit, it would just unsettle you. Your dad wanted me to come, but Granny said no. Declan. He was as sick then as you are now. I couldn't leave him any more than I could leave you.
Why did you not let me go? Why did you not let me go to Dad's funeral?
It was everyone's advice at the time. They said you were too young to see a coffin and an open grave. And if I'd seen you there, I would have broken into little bits. We just couldn't do it any other way.
Is this true, Granny? Why did you never read those letters to us?
Oh, what do you want of me? You're a child. Declan was even smaller. It wouldn't have done you any good.
We needed to know that they hadn't forgotten about us.
Nonsense. Nobody forgot about you. We did the best we knew how. I'm sorry if it wasn't good enough.
Believe us. You please believe us. We just weren't able to manage.
Oh, it's a veil of tears, Lily. It's a veil of tears.
Come on,
no, she won't be fine. She can't see the back of her hand. What do you mean she'll be fine? Oh, you must have mother. This is my own mother. You're not to take her in any car.
Both wear a seatbelt.
You don't have any...
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yes.
I thought it was a joke, her learning to drive.
Oh, no.
She'll crash it and then blame us.
Just ease off the clutch, that's it. Fantastic.
Right you are.
Yeah, you're natural.
Well done, Mrs. Devereaux.
I'll go into the house. I never learn if you're all day for that.
You're superb, Granny.
I bet you could do with a cup of tea with a pint of whiskey in it.
No, it's the first gear that's got me flummoxed.
Don't worry, you'll get it.
I'm going to 11 o'clock mass. Is anyone going with me?
Me for one. You know, I think we should take you back to the hospital today.
It's such a nice day, though. I don't really want to go back. Anyway, it's Sunday.
Do they do tests on a Sunday?
No, but they could first thing in the morning.
Can we go to the beach when you get back? We all make mistakes, Helen. You know, we don't always react the way we should.
I know.
But we do our best, huh? And that's all anyone can ask. You know, the two of you have come a long way already. But I'm not going to be around forever to prod you along, you know. So, you've got to do the rest. I'm getting cold.
Cold?
Yeah.
Oh, he's cold.
Guys, I'm going to go back to the house, yeah?
Okay. Come on.
Okay.
You all right?
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. I just wanted to leave those two together. Sorry, guys. Just a sec. Goodbye, Lighthouse.
He's not going to last much longer, is he?
Was Dad thin before he died?
Not like Declan is. No. Not noticeably so. But he was like Declan, in that he was sitting up in bed laughing. It was the light of my life. He loved you and Declan so much. I made a promise that I'd try to be as good as the two of us would have been. I made a promise to do my best, but I don't suppose, looking back at it now, that I did very well.
There is something that I never realized before.
What?
I always believed that you took Dad away and you never brought him back.
What?
I know that it's irrational, but that's what it is. That's what I thought. No, I thought that you had him locked away somewhere and you knew where he was, but you never told us.
No, Helen, I locked no one away. He died in my arms. I watched him go. I know I came back to you without him. There was nothing I could do.
I know. I know. You'll have to get a learner's license.
Oh, sure, that's no problem, Helen. Didn't I tell you what Kitty Walsh did last year? And she's so blind, she can't see her hand in front of her face. Didn't she go to the eye man the day before the appointment? She just said that she wanted to look at the spectacle frames, you know. And didn't she look closely at the letters through the open door, the letters that you have to read? And she wrote them down. And then she went home and she memorised them. And the next day, when the eye man was complimenting her on her eyesight, when she can hardly see the colour of the money that she was paying with, and she's driving all over the country. Get in the ditch if you see her coming.
I have all the measurements now.
Oh.
And I know what you want. I'll draw up the plans and we'll get a good local builder.
Oh, you have to go now.
Afraid so.
Ah, well, I'm very grateful. I don't know what I'd do without you.
So I'll send the plans down to you during the week for your approval, and I'll come back down again when we get the builder.
Oh, that's very kind.
Sure you don't want to go back with Larry?
Yes.
Do you want to go to bed?
No, I don't want to go to bed, Paul. I don't want to go to bed. Just leave me alone.
Declan, love, you've eaten nothing.
Oh, leave me alone, Ma.
Leave him alone. He's my pet.
Okay, friends. I'm away.
Push. Come on out now. Come on, there's a good boy.
See you soon, Miss Deborah.
Goodbye now. There's it. Come on. Just wait until they're all gone.
Ronnie? Why have you never come to Dublin, paid us a visit?
Are you inviting me at last? Thanks.
His temperature is 102. So tomorrow morning, first thing, I think we should take him back to the hospital. So just leave him with me for a bit and I'll talk to him, okay?
All right.
Mrs. Breen.
Oh, fine.
Mrs. Breen. I'm sorry, Helen wants to speak with you. Thank you.
Oh,
Take a deep breath, okay? We're just gonna take a moment and we're gonna go upstairs, all right? One, two, three.
I'm saying a prayer that his suffering will be eased. Be sure to tell him we're praying for him.
I will, Granny.
Please. Oh, please.
No, I'm right here.
Please help me.
I'm right here.
Help me.
You'll be all right. I'm not going anywhere. You'll be all right. I'm right here. Be all right. Be all right. It'll pass. Sure, it'll pass. I'm right here with you.
Oh, Mom, please help me. Ma, help me, please.
He's wanted to say that for a long, long time. It'll be a big relief for him.
Has it been this bad before?
Mom. Oh.
Drive carefully now, and stop if you feel sleepy.
All right.
We'll let you know what they say about Declan. So keep that mobile switched on, Ma.
Thanks for everything, Granny.
Ah, mind yourself, Declan, now. Mind yourself.
Okay.
Hi.
With a terrible pain.
No. You'll be all right. Paul says they'll have a bed for you. And they'll know what to do. And we'll all stay close to you.
Oh.
Helen, do you remember the words? Can you help me, dear?
The October winds lament around the castle road from war. Yet peace is in her lofty halls, my loving treasure store. Though autumn leaves may droop and die, a bud of spring are you. Sing hush-a-bye-loo, loo-loo-loo-la. Sing hush-a-bye-loo.
Paul's staying with you. And Helen and I will be back in a couple of hours.
See you soon.
Yes, love.
Hey. This is for you.
Boy, bossy boots.
See you later. Come on in. No, it's all right. I'll get that. Go on through.
Oh, Helen, this is lovely. It's very bright. Declan told me about this house, so I knew what it was like, but it's nice to be here.
I'll go and make a bed up for you.
No, don't go. Stay here. You don't have to talk. Sometimes when I'm with Granny, I wish I didn't have to talk.
Yeah, she is a great talker, your mother.
No, she wears me out. I don't want to do that to you. I'd love to come up on Saturdays sometimes. I'd love to come out to your house and visit you. I mean, I wouldn't spend the night at your house. You don't want your mother nosing around too much. But I could see Harry and the boys, and then I'd get up and go. That's what I dream about, you know. That you and I could sit here talking about nothing and watching Harry and the boys coming in and out of the room. And then I'd stand up and go, and it would all be easy and casual. That's what I dream about now.
That is a lovely thought. And I promise I'll have milk when you come next, because I haven't any now.
Helen, I would like for you to have this. When's Harry coming back?
Soon. He's on his way. I telephoned him this morning.
We need to sleep so. Be in good form for Harry when he gets here. Then we'll go see Declan later. But we'll sleep for a while first.